Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Now, we are still playing my free-to-play account. Most of the videos over the next week or so will be on this account, and it's not just going to be grinding. Obviously, we are trying to get the clan challenge done, and on top of that, we are grinding. And of course, I do have a few new premium tanks on this account for absolutely free. So we're going to be talking about these premium tanks and how I got them, how you could have got them, and, you know, just if I'm going to keep them. So generally, these are the premium tanks I've currently got on my free-to-play account. So bear in mind, I have spent absolutely nothing on this account. Now, you know, I can be a bit lucky because, you know, I go to events such as Tank Fest, and at Tank Fest they do give away some bonus codes, and that is where I got the 3 tanks you're going to see in this video. But overall, you know, I think this is a bit lucky. This is about just saving gold that you earn, and a lot of this is opening crates as well. So of course the 50 TP was the last clan event, and then some Type 57 etc have been through crates, and then of course Christmas event I did manage to sell some tanks to get the smasher, and of course we all got given the turbo, and I've had a lot more as well. The 121B I've had, which I've sold, and I've had a few other tanks as well. So this video I have got 3 new premium tanks. Now I already had the Super Conqueror, but I sold it for gold ultimately to get the smasher. So I did sell the Super Conqueror, but I managed to get it back. Luckily, because I went to Tank Fest, I managed to get a bonus code, and of course I did manage to get the camouflage as well. The KP-Z07RH and the Ram Panzer. So all 3, excuse me, all 3 are now in my garage. Whether I'm going to keep them or not, time will tell. Now luckily they are all collectible tanks, so if I did want to sell some of them, I can get some gold back at least. Now on my main account, I mean, I do sell tanks. I always recommend not to sell tanks, especially tier 10s, but on this account especially, my aim is to get good win rate. My aim is to get good average damage. So if I have the opportunity to sell a couple of my tanks to get another, say, tier 10 tank, a good tank, then I will 100% do that, because, you know, I'm going to play tier 10 most of the time. Well, I say most of the time, I'm grinding. So majority of the time, I'm actually playing tier 7, tier 8, tier 9, because I'm grinding. I do try to sort of balance it out and go for the tier 10 just to keep my average damage up, and that's what I sort of tend to do. So I have a few games where I'm grinding, especially if I am grinding sort of tier 5, tier 6, where my average damage will drop, and then I'll have a few battles in tier 10 just to try and equal the average damage up. So, you know, that's how I do it. Everyone will do it, of course, differently, but the whole purpose of this series as such, or this account, is just to prove that you do not need to spend money on the game. You know, there's so many other ways to get tanks. Wargaming give away loads of tanks. You know, they always give away tanks. Yes, they're not higher tier, but there's always ways. If you was playing the game for 11 years, then you would have got a tier 10 tank for free at Christmas, at their birthday, sorry. And of course, then you've got the turbo that they've just given away. You've got the clan event where you can get a tier 9 for free. There is always ways to get these tanks. And if you collect all the tanks that they're giving you, eventually, if there comes a tier 10 for sale for gold, if you really wanted to, you could sell those tanks to then get that tier 10. So there's always ways, and, you know, and I just wanted to showcase that it is possible. You can still maintain win rate, you can still maintain average damage, even if you do not spend money on this game. Now, some obviously tanks that Wargaming give away are not the best. You know, that of course they're not the best. They're not going to be the most OP tanks in the game. So don't expect you're going to get the most OP tanks. This tank right here, the the KPZ, I don't think it's fantastic. It's okay. If I had the opportunity to get a better tier 8, then I will, or just keep it in my garage until I get enough gold for a tier 10. So it's not going to be a tank that I play regularly. I just don't enjoy the KPZRH as much. It's okay at best. You can still do damage as I've done there, but you know, if I get the opportunity to, then of course I'm going to sell it to get a better tank. Now, the other tank on the list is the Ram Panzer. Now, for a medium, this is actually okay. It is very troll. The armor profile is actually very, very troll. And I don't want to just sell all my tier 8s because I want at least a premium tank in each tier. You know, I've got tier 7, well, I've got tier 6, I've got a few in tier 6, I've got tier 7, now I've got tier 8, and I've got tier 9, and of course, I've got 2 in tier 10 at the moment. So I want at least a tank in every tier. So if I do want to go and just have a bit of fun and earn a bit of credits and maybe platoon, I'm not limited to, I don't want to then say to, especially with the clan event on at the minute, if they want to play tier 8, I'm like, oh, sorry, I can't play tier 8. I haven't got a tier 8. So I definitely want to keep one of them. I'm not too bothered about keeping as many as I can. As long as I've got at least one tier 8, I don't really care about having 2. So given the option between both tanks, I would definitely sell the KPZ. I do prefer the Ram Panzer. I think you've got more opportunity to get bounces, and I just think overall it's a better tank, and that is my personal opinion. I don't love this tank like crazy. I don't think it is like amazing. It's a good tank. Yes, you can get bounces for a medium, but it's not the greatest. And again, in the future, if I get the opportunity to get a better medium in tier 8, then of course I would have no problem whatsoever in selling this tank to be able to get that other tank. But I'm definitely going to keep it. I'm not going to sell all of them. If there comes a tier 10 available, I'm not going to sell all of them just to be able to get that tier 10. I would probably look at selling lower tiers as well, sort of the tier 5s, the tier 6s that I've got, because as I've said, as long as I've got enough tanks and on each tier, well, at least one tank on each tier, then I'm happy with that. And as you can see, these are my premiums, and I've also got other premiums, but you know, you don't get gold for them, which is a shame. And of course, we also have been given the Sherman Easy 8. So I managed to do the event. I didn't manage to get the previous tank because I didn't really play my account back then. But yeah, so far, like, these are all my premium tanks that I've currently got in store. There's a few, and most of these have been absolutely free. Whether it's an event, whether it's I've earned enough gold through missions, etc. You know, but at the end of the day, they are all free. So it is extremely possible to play this game and actually succeed in this game if you do not want to spend money in the game. Now, I'm very tempted, you know, I've had a little go at this so far. I do really want the XM, but to get that, I'm going to have to sell most of my tanks and still not guarantee to get the tank. So I'm definitely, if this comes available in the store for 15 or so thousand gold, then I will definitely say goodbye to some of my premium tanks. So overall, I've still got the option to sell some. I don't really want to sell the Type 57, even though, you know, I've got 3 tier 8 tanks, but I sell that, then I've only got medium tanks. So I'm definitely thinking about selling the KPZ 07 when the time's right. And then if another better tank comes available, then I could potentially sell one of these tanks. If I had to pick between the Ram Panzer and the 57, I would probably sell the Ram Panzer and keep the 57. But, you know, time will tell. All depends what comes available. And also, if you are playing a free-to-play account, don't forget these little linked bundles. Now, you don't get a lot, but I've just got some gold tokens there that always comes available. So in 4 days' time, the first one will then become free. Yes, you have to pay money for the next lot, but If I've got 500 gold, then I may buy the mystery box, because you get 500 gold, you then get that, this, that. So you get 2 boxes for free, and you could get lucky. And that is how I've got most of my tanks, is by getting lucky in these kind of containers. So extremely, extremely possible to get tanks on a free-to-play account. Let me know your thoughts. Are you a free-to-play player? How many premium tanks have you got in your garage? But for now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye-bye.